Andrew Caballero-ReynoldsAFP via Donald Trump is currently leaving his closest rival behind more than 40 points in the GOP preprocessions. The Republican leader retained this overwhelming advantage in face of the civil court finding him responsible for sexual abuse, accusations of various major juries about state and federal crimes, and a decision to skip a national television pre-discussion. At this point, Trump's resurgence to Ron DeSantis is less likely than a heart attack. This is a frustrating situation for conservatives who underestimate rude rebels but further underestimate liberalism. These anti-Trumpists spent most of the 2016 pre-selections cataloging numerous flaws of GOP's leading player, both conservative and human. It was later revealed that significant number of Republican voters did not care that Trump was an abusive streeter, a malicious misogynist, or worse, supporter of car rescue packages. And then Trump proved that the conservative intelligentsia was less unselectable than he claimed. Never Trump. Conservatives responded to these developments by taking refuge in Blue America. However, Trump opponents decided that protecting unborn life and low tax rates is more important than opposing an authoritarian demagogue. So they refocused their intellectual energies to rationalize their support for Trump's party. This included, among other things, celebrating a more respected version of Trump nationalism, depicting mainstream Democrats as proto-Bolsheviks, and blaming liberals for Trump's nomination. This last part may seem strange. Why should Democrats be responsible for the outcome of an election that only GOP's core supporters can participate in? But Jonathan Chait wrote, showing Trump's rise as a byproduct liberal abuses rather than seeing it a reflection of the pathologies the conservative movement helps Trump opponents solve their own cognitive dissonance. If Democratic Party is basically responsible for transformation of Republican Party into a cult of personality, then contradiction between apparently hating Trump and actually struggling tirelessly to render his primary opposition unauthorized is much less. From this perspective, Trump's various quirks do not defend Democratic Party, but rather emphasize his disgust. Worse, Trump is more vile. Democrats imposed him on GOP. Perhaps more importantly, connecting Trump to Blue America is useful for short-circuiting any self-assessment about responsibility of the conservative intelligentsia for authoritarian return of its political movement. In any case, the idea that Democrats imposed Trump on GOP voters never seemed so reasonable. Opposition parties are sometimes trying to intervene in the preliminary elections to help the less eligible island. However, the impact of such efforts is often marginal. You cannot convince a party to nominate someone with a 40-point difference. Still, Trump's overwhelming superiority increased his appetite for conservative intellectuals, saying Democrats